Okay, I recorded this before by accident. I wasn't recording my voice. Let's hope now everything is fine. Okay. Am I dreaming? It says I cannot really access portals. And I had some fun with the lobbies, with the hub here. Now I'm gonna get killed and get to the, let's say, normal lobby. I'll show you first the different lobbies. So after you enter a level and you exit that, you'll get thematic lobbies. So this one has clouds and they move. I had fun having some, how can I say, some different settings for every lobby, everything. If you check with the camera model, with the editor, you can see some things happening, let's say. So, then let's go here. It's called Arch. The Domino is red, so this one will have a red sunset. I also suggest to play with low global illumination settings. So this one is brighter, but it doesn't change much. Everything is pretty well visible, even with other settings. This one was yellow, the Domino, so also the setting is yellow. Then I need this one. I mean, don't need this one, just show this one. And since this level is harder, I made these entries with 10 gemmers, like the level itself. This one is blue. This one has a white Domino. So it's pretty bright, it's pretty white, but I like this effect. Okay, so let's start with the levels. I start from this one, which is the easiest one. It's easy, but a little tricky. First you have to turn on the blue receiver and then turn on the red receiver. You have a recorder. This one is just to prevent something like this. Okay, let's just connect it there. There's a static connector, so there is no problem connecting the past and the future. The idea is that I make this fly. With the blue, wait a second. With the blue, it's not a problem because it reaches the end and it flies. With the red, the trick is to step on the button and do this to make the ascension longer. Okay, it's already connected there to the receivers, right? Yeah, perfect. Gonna accelerate a little. Now it falls. Accelerate it. Now do the thing. And so, I didn't say, but of course this level is set in the sky. I'll say how to make it. I'll link the guide how to make it. That will be the normal start. And you can move things farther away from it, so even above the clouds. This is meant to be a reflection. Now, for the extra, there is a red receiver here. You need first to take the Domino. It will unlock a parkour route. And also I tell it's basically a cheese. Perform a cheese a couple of times since it's a bit random. So I'll show you what I mean. I just press the things. And basically the connector has to fall on the other side doing this. Ah, almost. Oh, come on. it's a bit random, I thought. I just like this cheese, so I wanted to put it somewhere as an extra. So it's not mandatory at all to do that. It's just... okay, perfect. Let me just stop the recording. Okay. Now, I normally couldn't go there, because otherwise I would steal the connector while it raises. I just wanna make it fall like this. So the parkour route, of course, it's next to these column stairs here. There's the rewind, so it's not a big deal if I fall. This jump is a little trickier. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Fuck. Oh. Okay. I can get the Domino, but it's totally optional. Now, when I take the teleports like this, I'm teleported to the new lobby. You see there are a lot of lights, it looks particular. I can open the gate for the keys. Each set of key has a gate. This light turns off after that, and I can use the switch to turn off even the light it casts. In this case it is yellow, since the level was the yellow one. My bad, sorry, I'm colorblind. It's green. Okay, so let's go to the yellow level. Let's say they are ordered in difficulty for difficulty. So this is the detector area. It opens this. When this opens, it frees the way for the jammers. If this door is open, then they are jamming each other, and it's called don't lose it because you don't have to lose this opening. If you lose it even for a while, then the jammers are closed, so when you go there you cannot walk in there. The idea of the level is to keep the inner jammers activated, and to start from the outer with the external jammers active, and then deactivate them, because the external jammers power this fan here when they are activated, then both off, they power this fan here, and you can go there. In the meanwhile you cannot change the status of those receivers. After a while you will notice the connectors. There's one connector here, by the way. You'll take it after entering here. The connectors must switch color. You'll notice that you'll come to that conclusion. So in order to do that, there are two ways to do that. Yeah. They are equivalent, they are not... sorry, my bad. Doesn't change anything, let's say. But I prefer a little this one because it's a little cleaner. Okay, this can stay here, can stay here, can stay here. So this one is the main setup. It starts from here, it starts like here, and then you make this blue, interrupting that one, and you make that... oh my bad, I forgot this connection here. You make this one blue, cutting that one, and you make that one red, cutting this laser here. So in any place where this is white, all the connections are white, it's fine. So I'll show you that again. I can even raise it, no problem. It is blue, it is red, they are both lit. Gets red, it gets blue, they're both lit. I didn't lose at any point the opening, so I can go there and move and go there. And the other setup is very similar. I just have to change this one and place it here. And I'll just move this one here to show you a thing later for the extra. I open the bootstrap. And now that one becomes red, that one... Okay, and now you see it happens the same thing. But now I do this interruption here, which is dirt here in my opinion, because that one is above, that one is let's say on the same level. So this one takes advantage of the fact that it is next to the laser beam. Now for the extra, I'll show you what I mean, what I ask. I'm asking to bring out two connectors. I'll just rewind because it's faster. From here there are many guided jumps all around the corners, so it's easier to go around. Now you don't need anymore the... Oh my bad. No, that's fine. I can also come back there. I'll show you. Where is that? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. That's fine. Also, this one is fine. Oh no, this one is the one suggested. Let's say. Now the idea is I bring the two jammers here, so I don't need the central door anymore, because I have two jammers here which I can move. Show you. Now I can move this connector here and open the fan here, activate the fan here. I can enter, just remove this one since it was taking the light from him, and stop this one. There are also many other ways to do this, but this is probably the simplest one. I go again on the edges and I take the connectors. Where is that? Here. And as you see, I found out the rocks spawn on the plasma doors, so I just had these rocks here for fun. Now I can reach the hidden portal, which is here. Okay, now let's go to Arch. This one is maybe a little harder than the one before. Okay, so it does have two parts. The first part with two buttons here, two pressure plates, each one alternating the next two doors. So this one is alternating this one and this one. The other one the next two doors. And there's a plasma barrier there. It's an echo level basically. So I just stand on the button to open the door. And I create one post point for each recording. So I just end the recording, so this door opens, and I can let the connector slide to pass here and open this door. Now I do the same thing for the first door to pass it, let's say. And I can simply get out like this, using the cube to jump. Now, this is the second part of the level. Any switch works the same, they are interchangeable, they just activate the fan. There is this icon here and the trigger on screen saying you cannot take the fan. This is just actually to prevent some glitches, because there are some glitches that you get like stuck in the air like this. I just wanted to prevent it because it served no purpose. I also did this because it was fun. And also for later I added this this Easter egg. I mean, it's for later, but now it's just an Easter egg. You fell for it. But wait. Because normally I can't do anything. I cannot move around. I can do rewind. But if I press X short 3, then I can rewind again. So I wanted to teach it basically, and it's also used later for the extra. By the way, so this part here requires to alternate the red receiver and have it on 4 times, off 3 times. So when it's off, 1, 2 and 3 are opened. When it's on, 1, 2, 3 and 4 are open. Yeah. After that there's a jetpack with an extra goal, but it's for later. I also tell about the how it works here. So the idea is to create a post point while the connector flies, or something like that, and create the biggest number of interruptions. Okay, so this is fine because I basically launching the cube I can create 3 interruptions. Yeah, I mean I can create 0 interruption, then 1, then 2 when it falls, and then 3 when I cut the recording. So this will be enough to pass 6 doors, to cross 6 doors, but not the last one. The last one is done like this. After it falls, the receiver gets off and then gets on again thanks to this and the ghost disappearing. So it is on, now it's off, it's on, it's off, now it's on, now it gets off and then it gets on again. There is a little detail that the connector must not reach the light, the receiver, directly when the recording ends. Otherwise it stays on. So in this case I pointed at, I'll show you. In this case it's good to point at the base of the cube so it has more room to fall, rather than pointing at the head. Otherwise it falls for a short, for a brief fraction of a second, and then it gets on again, it never gets off. And now I'll show you the extra. Now the fences have gone down, and basically it asks me to put a cube there or an item there and start the recording like that. So I'm using one less resource, and I have to basically use a cheese. Of course the extras are optional, not mandatory at all. Oh yeah, I forgot this. Yeah, this is fine. Let's record it like this. Now I'll show you what happens. Basically I'm using this trick here, which is offsetting the cube on the fan. Yeah, this is also fine too. And as it starts flying, it is centered again because of the house fan streams work. So, okay, this didn't work. I didn't interrupt the beam because it wasn't set in a good position. Let me reset the connector here. Just here it's better. Sorry if I'm using fast forward, but I'm explaining things so I think you can follow me, and in case you can stop. Okay, so I'll show you again the thing here. So when I start the fan, cuts the beam for a while, you see? Okay. And so it creates the same number of interruptions, and the final connector has to stay somewhere like this. I could have even put them that a little here, but of course it's a cheese, so it's a little precise even if you put it here. Yes, I can launch the cube. And as you see, the door at the end is open because I started the recording with the cube on the button. Now it goes off, and it goes on again. And this stays open because it started like that. Ah, my bad. Okay, now it says the small ladder, take the small ladder. The other ladder are closed. That's actually because if you take ladders, you go in the other direction instead of upward. When you have the jetpack, you go downwards. But since in this ladder here you bump your head, it works a little differently, and you stop here.
In the beginning were the words.
And so you can take this portal here. Let me just fall below that. Okay. So any door behind the gate, any switch behind the gates activates that light. So this one activates the red. I can turn it off. Turns off the red. Okay. Now let me go to Domino. Okay, this level is maybe the most interesting because there is the portable accumulator, which is a new thing, let's say. I created that some time ago, but never used that in a level. I suggest you to play other accumulators level, in particular accumulator, which is the first one by Rocket, and accumulator problems, which is by Jlam, Chandresser, Elion, and me. Which is a big collection of art puzzles, so you can get familiar with more advanced ideas with accumulators. So the first part is done like this. You just, if you see that button there, opens the way for the red generator. It goes there and it powers this red. Then this one plus the button, this receiver plus the button, so opens the way back. So I can stand even briefly on the button, gets red, and then I can take it out. Okay, so the thing here is that you cannot rewind, or you cannot remove the connections. Only this portable accumulator can have the connections to that, and it doesn't have to lose them. So always pick it with the right click. Other thing is that you cannot rewind while you hold it in your head, otherwise you lose connections if you rewind back to where you were holding that, so you have to rewind back again. First I need this connector here. Oh, come on. Now the thing is, I'd like to bring this accumulator here on the other side, but I really cannot. Hit that receiver there. I really cannot normally, but there is a fan here which needs the blue light. So let me just make this. This connection here is pointless. I didn't need it. Okay. Now I want to launch this. In order to launch this, wait a second. In order to launch this, I need the blue light, and then after it's launched, I need to make it red. then it will fall there. It will reach that receiver there. This receiver here. This receiver is not important. I can hit it later. And as the trigger says, as the QR says, this one will stay permanently on. Just remove some connections. Okay. Now I want to activate the red and the blue receiver, since there is a bright cube there, which should draw your attention. Now, just let me place the cube here, so I can move the accumulator back and make it red, make it blue. Okay, that's fine. Now it's blue, and I can use the tiny window there to launch the cube there. Now I'll just reinforce this beam here, but it's fine. I could also have this one directly there. Doesn't really change. So you see it lands on these spots here. So this one lands here. That fan lands it there. And there's also a fan there, which lands the things here. Let me just take this. Retrieve the things. Okay. So here, on the other side, I can retrieve the things, but I cannot place them back, and I cannot offset things on here. This was the idea. So you cannot use. The idea is that you cannot take the light from there while it presses the button. That's the main idea. So you just place things like here, and that's important for later, that thing. Now that I have 3 cubes, I can go here. Also using this one temporarily. Now, the next goal is to bring inside 2 red connectors. Yeah. I wanted to show it now, but I'll show you that later. That I need exactly that. So in order to do that, wait a second, can it be shown easily? Yeah, you could understand that since this one really touches the receivers, but if you exactly do this, you see that you cannot ever reach the receiver. So you need 2 red connectors here. So, in order to steal also the accumulator inside and have it inside, I first need to have this connector and take the red light from there, since it's the only possibility. So I'll go back behind and place a cube to power the static connector, let's say. One cube. And one other cube. Now, that's fine. That's fine. I'll explain later, but I need to um, I need to put cubes on the fence. And first I need the accumulator inside. Actually, do I? Wait a second. Oh yeah, first I need the accumulators inside, but oh yeah, this can press the button. Yeah, that was the idea. This one can press the button. So this one must stay here. Oh, come on. Okay, so now I can leave the two items on the fence. And the two cubes on the fence. I'll show you why then. That's fine. I need to activate this switch here, which is mandatory. So basically I enforce the red lights to be here and the accumulator to be red. Otherwise I also prevented going back. Otherwise people would have tried to get the blue light, which was impossible because of sightlines. I prevented that in many ways before. But I prefer to be clear so people can think in less time to the right path, let's say, following the right path, the right idea. Okay. So now the thing is that if I take this fan, I cannot really get to the Domino, you see? Now I cannot even come back, but that's not a big deal. I can simply rewind. And I cannot activate the thing from far. Even the switch is far, I cannot do it. So the trick is launching the two cubes. They collide in the air and they fall on the button. To do that, I would need the blue light. And to have the blue light, that's the tricky part. I need to redo the trick from before, launching the connector, the accumulator, and make it fall there while it reaches the blue in the air. It gets recolored in the air. Let me just remove this connection because I don't like it, but it doesn't change. Now this one will take the red light. Then when this falls, and of course you can reach the sight lines from here. This one is here for a purpose. You can reach both the blues. And of course there are many soft locks that can happen in this level, but I prefer to have soft locks rather than misguiding people into trying to do other things, coming back, doing more passages. So I had to choose here. So one receiver, two receivers, and the blue generator. Now I go here, then I have plenty of time, they get launched, they fall, and I can do this. Now, the final fan has changed, lower the trajectory, and use some cubes to reach the statue on the other side. And if you look at the statue on the other side, it does have a jetpack there. So now I could even reset, but the clean way... I didn't prevent resetting, it's fine. But the clean way is to do the trick from the beginning, to launch the cube and make it red again. Then it goes there. It opens that one. That's fine. Okay. Actually now I have to retake the cube before. Oh, I forgot that connection there. Now the fan is always on, but it doesn't really change. It's just to make things simpler. Just quality of life. I'll show you how the fan works. It doesn't bring you directly there, but you need to leave some cubes there to get stopped while you fly. Okay, there's also a spot which reaches there and that. So you don't have to worry about anything else. I suggest to take the fan while jumping. That's a little problem that I cannot really make a lot about. Maybe I could... Yeah, I think I can increase the radius. I will increase the radius a little, I think. And I have to land cubes similar to this. Let me just reboot them. That was fine, I guess, but that's the ideal spot. I don't need the button, but okay. Oh, 2 cubes were enough now, but normally you need 3, at least 3, and you can even bring 4. You see there are 2 spots there for cubes. Ah, come on. I wanna hurry up because I played this before. Oh, the cube got bugged. It usually doesn't happen, but let's... Let's see what I can do with it. Could bring another cube, that's fine actually. But maybe I can do this without that. Okay, so not this thing here. Oh, they both are... Oh, come on. Okay, I was lucky, I think. Sorry. I didn't plan to have bugged cubes. Oh, come on. So let me just take the cubes there. Ah, fuck. I hope now I have 3 cubes that work. This works. This works. This works. Okay. let's just... I guess now the important is that cube don't fall or slide. Yeah, here, and now there's a guided jump. Also, without the guided jump I could do that, but with the guided jump it's easier. Now it says find the final portal now, which is here. Okay, we're almost done. Now let me open the... Oh, I think I can... Oh, let me see one thing. Oh, no, I don't reach them, I already tried. It's too far. Almost, but not really. So now, yeah, this is the missing level. This is called Abacus, and it's the hardest level in the pack. It's a logic mechanism, basically. You have to set up kind of a clock, let's say something that a mechanism that keeps going on for the longest time you can. In this case it is 17 seconds. I'll show you the QRs just a second. Okay, so I need to set up something that keeps working for 17 seconds, keeps moving for 17 seconds, and then it has to stop for let's say forever, as long as you don't touch it. So you have to have at least one blue receiver off. So you have to avoid having all of the blue receivers on at the same time. The check lasts 17 seconds. After that I have to keep the receivers permanently on. I'll show you what happens when I have permanently on. 2, 3, and 4. A red counter starts going. There are some anti-cheese measures, some invisible walls, and items cannot leave the main square. It happens like this, it happens this, there are invisible plasma barriers. Okay. And the switches reset the fence, the lowering fences, this one, and those ones. The connector can only take the blue light from there, also above the cubes, but that's not a thing, that's not working in this level. So the main way to, let's say, activate something that lasts an amount of time would be, for example, you open this spot, then after you open this spot you open the other spot, and so on. But this will last only about 8 seconds, because the receivers take 2 seconds here. I suggest to take all the jammers and put them somewhere, just not to get confused. And to decide a starting point and an ending point, I will start with this point and then with this spot here. Normally, if you just open the doors, you cannot do that. If you just close the doors, and it means like let the cube falling and stop the beam, it doesn't work because they can stop the things only one. They have to stop them for a while and then unlock the beam again. And the way to do that is have the connector over a cube. So that's tricky, but it's there for a reason. It's movable for a reason. Since I will stop with this, I will let's say start from the other side, and the idea is to create a counter. So every time you reach something happens. Every time a receiver is fulfilled, something happens to unlock um, the future way, let's say. So it starts here, and this one is always open, and it will end here. And when it reaches the end, then it will be a checkpoint, and this will stay on forever. And basically, I'll show you. Starts here, and after 2 seconds it opens that one. Then this one keeps itself open. It closes the previous one, so it can start again. And it opens the next one. Now, this one again closes the previous one. Probably it's best to first keep itself open. Yeah, first you keep itself open. You close the previous one, aiming at the fan, of course, and then you open the next one. This next one here will stay on forever after it gets on, and will close the previous one. So let's say the route will start from here and go all the way to here, and then it will do the same thing basically. They also overlap a little, so it's not like 8 seconds plus 6 plus 4 plus 2. It's a little less actually. And if you just do an infinite cycle, they never stop, and when you go here you never reach the red counter. So I'll show you what happens. So that one opens, this one falls, that one opens, after a while that one falls, and so on. It reaches this one is always open, then this one is always open. I'll show you again. So the first cube falls for a while, then it moves there. That's one is. And it goes back, letting that fall for the last time. Okay, yeah. The jetpack is right next to me. This one is a jetpack. Actually, there are 4 jetpacks, I think, yeah. And I've unlocked the fan. Now, the fan actually is quite tricky, because it's always on. And I can reach it even before the red... the trick is that I can reach it before the red door. And now here I can take a cube and take a jetpack. Now I can take the portal to the hub again. Okay, now notice that when I use since I opened that door, that gate again already, it's off. And now I can finally turn all the lights off. That's the idea. And I can even experiment a little with the lights that decide which one to leave on, because I think they look best when only one is on, but it's not important. See, now only blue. If if I want to have only red. It's like this. Oh, I didn't show one thing. If you wanted to come back to the normal lobby, you could have gone here. There's a special terminal. And if you say, I cannot really understand, I'm fine, nothing happens. But if you say, I wanna die and lose everything, almost, you get killed and go back. Now, let me just... which is the fastest level? I guess it's this one. Yeah. It's this one. My bad, I did have to do that before, so I didn't need to bring to get another jetpack, let's say. Oh yeah. Almost. Oh, come on. Was it the faster jetpack? Come on. Okay, finally. Let me do this again. Oh, come on. The faster but the harder. Ah. Okay. Okay, this was to show you could have returned it back to the other hub. Let me just see, let me just show what happens when you turn off all the lights. Because it's the very end, of course. No. Now all the lights are off and I can finally rest. That's the idea. Oh, you have to remove that effect there. Everything is done here. And if I want now, I can even return on the things, not a problem. If I use this terminal here now, I pass through another level with a secret collectible. It's not a big deal, and then you start again. The idea was that you finally could have slept, could sleep. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.